Well,
Linda, are you recording or am I supposed to hit it?
I already did it.
Okay,
You're in.
I'm in.
So happy hour meeting.
I don't have anything to drink.
What? You have white wine. 5 of those a day.
I might sneak out of the office here in a minute and get a beer.
Did that last night. What's going on with everybody? Nobody looks happy.
I'm happy.
Happy hour is supposed to be happy, right?
That's it.
I'm leaving my home and the keys tomorrow morning.
Then
So
you
you're
get-
not happy.
Sad. Headed back up to Carolina?
Heading back up to Carolina, 12.5-hour drive.
Where in Carolina?
Charlotte, Concord, right outside Charlotte.
I'm down.
Hades up here.
What's that?
It's hotter than Hades up here.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah.
96.
Oof.
We were about 90 today too,
Thank you.
and humid.
Jerry, if you had a good wife, she'd bring you a drink like my wife just did.
Oh man, if I said something like that right now, you'd just get me in big trouble. You know my wife. You're just being mean.
I saw her behind you. She's behind you, Jerry.
What?
Oh, you're right there in the doorway.
Oh, she's in the door.
Standing right there, yeah.
Even she'll give me a drink. Come here for a second. I'll introduce you to everybody.
I am not trustworthy.
She's camera shy.
You gonna go get me a drink?
In about 2 hours.
It's coming. 2 hours. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, I'll drink one for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna duck away and go grab one. So,
Hey, Jerry,
yeah.
what the heck's that plastic thing on your cabinet up there? I see it every time and it bothers the hell out of me.
This thing?
Yeah. No, the other thing.
That thing?
Yeah.
Bubble wrap.
Is that your stress reliever?
No, I don't know why it's up there. Actually, it's probably from a computer part I had delivered.
It's been there for about 3 months.
Halloween.
So.
It's been there since. The cool thing is one of those stomp-on rocket launchers for little kids. It's an air deal. It shoots up these Nerf rockets, and that's my grandson's, and it goes up there when I get annoyed.
You're supposed to send the annoying toys home with them.
Yeah, I fill them with
Most
sugar.
obnoxious ones you can find.
I've been known for that. He got a drum set last Christmas.
Yes!
I'm going to need lots of ideas when this baby comes.
Back
you
in
gotta-
the old days, you could give them volume 1 of a 20-volume encyclopedia set.
Hey, it's hard to find, but it's awesome. You remember the old days, the corn popper push toy? The little balls pop up in it and makes a hell of a racket.
Yeah.
That's one. Number 2 is the lawnmower with a little rat-a-tat on the wheels. Those are good ones.
My grandkids have those.
You're talking about how to annoy your kids with what to give to the grandkids?
Just giving them stuff annoys the kids.
I think you call it payback.
Batteries, something with batteries. That really gets them.
No, I tell them then when you should take in, as parents, you encourage them to take the noisy toy into the bathtub with them. It's like, oh, I bet this would be fun to play with in the bath. And then, of course, when it stops making noise, oh, that's so strange. It's not noisy anymore.
Devious mind.
One of the first times I got in trouble was feeding my granddaughter M&Ms before she was 1. I was in so much trouble with my daughter.
Trying to behavior modification.
I'm going to teach mine how to drink espresso right before mom and dad show up.
Boom.
I love it when my kids call and tell me something that's upset them about their toddlers, and I just sit there and laugh, and they go, "Dad, you just don't understand." And I really break up laughing.
My dad used to call that payback.
Makes you wonder how they got to where they are.
I might remind you guys, all these true confessions are being recorded.
Good place there.
Standpoint of view.
Well, but will it be shared?
Oh, it'll be shared, all right.
And you never know where it'll end up on the internet.
There you go.
It'll be a study guide for how to be a great grandparent.
Those meat
Exactly.
Rotarians.
Emilio, your Galaxy phone there does a pretty good job.
Yeah, it does. It's really good. It's the S9 Plus.
Yeah, I've got the same phone. I don't know if I'd used it yet for one of these conferences.
I don't have cameras in my desktop. So, well, I have my Wi-Fi is 100 megs. And my house is 3 megs. So it's better in my office.
Oh, yeah.
So it does a good job. Even as long as you have good Wi-Fi, this thing is powerful.
Mhm. Can you put your name and where you're from at the bottom of your picture? There's a thing you click on the bottom to do that.
Thing bottom. Let me see.
If you're on a phone, you may not be able to do it, though.
Oh.
You get a phone, and I just looked. I can't change it either.
Oh, I have to get out and put it on before I have to leave and come back.
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, we'll just call you Galaxy S9 Plus.
I can change it. Emilio, we're going to change it right now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you have the power.
Oh, you can do it? Oh, you must
Yeah.
launch the meeting
Nice.
tonight.
Power.
You click in the 3 dots up there in the upper right of
Yeah, you've got control. I don't, Linda.
Oh, and then rename.
You have to
Beautiful.
relinquish control. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I could have.
Yeah, I was
some-
wondering otherwise, Galaxy, is it a Yamaha? Galaxy S9?
No, absolutely not.
What do you write?
I'm sorry. Road King Classic, 2000.
Okay,
Nice.
fix that.
One of those that you can fix.
Yeah.
I don't think I
I'm
can.
going to be on an RT soon. Tomorrow evening, I fly out to ride motorcycles with a bunch of buddies in Germany
Ooh.
over the Labor Day weekend.
Ooh.
Oh,
There will be pictures. There'll be a report.
Oh, yeah.
We're in Germany.
We're going to. Well, I'm flying into Frankfurt, and then I'm going to go from there to Thüringer Wald. So it's a forest, kind of mostly east and a little bit north of Frankfurt, like 2.5 hours from Frankfurt.
Larry is, I guess he's in Italy now, isn't he?
Italy, Switzerland, Austria. I don't know. He's showing some awesome pictures.
Yes, he is.
You guys, Larry's a associate member. He's been on a couple times. He has his Rotary Club meets at the same time as ours right now. So when he gets back from Europe, he'll be on more often or not. He's out of the Reno, Nevada area, and some of you met him up at well, you know him through IFMR too. He's our membership director at IFMR.
He rode through here last year, end of June, because he came to the Rotary meeting in LaConner.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Do any of you recall if in Germany, at least if overseas, they really want that AAA international driver's license, or just carry the regular one? That was like $100 extra.
Good to have.
it's
Yeah.
good to know, but they don't ask for it.
I've never had anybody ask for anything like that.
Not unless
Are you renting or borrowing?
I'm renting in this case.
It doesn't hurt for $100 just to get one.
Yeah.
He charged you
Done it.
$100.
I had no trouble in Australia last year renting, as long as I was endorsed with a motorcycle endorsement.
Yeah.
They were happy.
You may want to check with your insurance company to see if they will give you a rider for Germany too.
No, they will not.
Well,
Like when I go out into Canada, I get a certificate.
yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't cost anything.
Huh. I've never thought about that. Good thing I didn't have any problems in Canada.
Now, if you are military, former military, Geico will give you a rider for for Germany.
I've got USAA, so that might work well.
Yeah, USAA will handle it.
What's that, John?
That's an interesting question. I use Progressive insurance, and they were extremely great when I had my little mud incident there, John.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What all do you guys use for motorcycle insurance?
I use Progressive because it's cheaper than USAA.
Gary,
Does USAA actually offer motorcycle coverage, or is it?
They outsource it. They outsource it, I guess, to Progressive, but it depends on what state you're in.
That's right.
that's
Yeah,
correct.
Progressive.
I have only two choices here, and I think it's Geico and Progressive, and that's it.
Dairyland is real strong against Progressive. Line by line, they
When
give
I was in Michigan,
just a little bit more money.
Jerry, are you a USAA member?
I haven't been in a lot of years.
It doesn't hurt to check them out. I mean, they're always good with the coverage and claims, but they are more expensive than Progressive.
Well, I tell you, after going through this experience, I'd never leave Progressive.
They've been really good to me in the past when I used them, but we got a multi-discount. Used to be with 21st on the car, and then my wife forgot to pay the bill for a year.
Wow.
Checking it to renew it. It's like, we've been driving around for a year without insurance. And so I tucked it into the USAA, and I don't know, maybe I should take a look and see what Progressive will do on the car plus the bikes.
USA.
I have auto owners, and there was great coverage in Michigan when I was there. They covered my total motorcycle where I hit a deer.
Yep. I'm also looking at what would insurance do about if I do that twistedroad.com and rent out the bikes when I'm not using them. It's a little sketchy kind of thing, but it's like, well, could be worth looking into.
Hey, Harold, when you talk, it's coming in real weak.
Oh, it's early.
Oh, that's a little better.
Maybe I need to get a little closer.
Yeah.
The only thing I caught is you were buying the first round at the next time we get together.
Nice.
I did hear that, yes.
I heard that loud and clear.
First round. I thought it was all night.
Sure. Are you guys going to Arkansas, perhaps?
No, I'll be in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina on the 21st.
I'd love to.
21st of what?
September.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be doing a Rotary training event there.
You'll be right across the river from me.
Well, then you ought to come to the Rotary training event.
Only if I'm back from Arkansas by then.
What are you training, Chris?
I'm going in under my RC hat, so I'm doing membership training.
Oh, I could use that.
Yes.
Oh,
Chris, what do you think of the classes that are on the portal? I haven't looked at those yet, but I'm thinking about it.
I haven't looked at the new ones. The old ones weren't worth the time to watch them.
Okay.
But the new ones, Rotary has gotten much more progressive in the way that they train, although I don't use much of Rotary's materials when I train on membership, mostly because all right, this is being recorded, right?
yeah, it is.
So,
You want me to turn it off?
well, not for republication, but most of the folks up in the training department at RI have never been a member of a club. So their training materials actually come out in very conceptual nature as opposed to real life. So what I've done is I've actually taken real life experiences, brought it down to the masses in terms of what we need to do. For example, Rotary's all excited about retention as an issue. And retention, quite honestly, is not our issue as an organization. We run about 15% attrition. The inverse of that is 85% retention, which is right about the average of a standard trade association in the US. So retention really is not our issue. Our issue is the fact that we don't attract at a rate to overcome our attrition. And so, and most clubs do not have intentional strategies that they use. So the basis of my training is all about first of all, going through change management, mindset change. We're no longer the organization that people are lining up to become a part of. And so we have to go out and actually go and do intentional efforts to attract people to come to Rotary.
Yep.
The basis of the training that I do. And it's a 4.5-hour training course.
When is that? This weekend?
No, that's September 21st. If you want to come on down to Charleston.
I'm into change management. I've taken some training on it, but you are absolutely right. It's not your daddy's Rotary anymore.
No, we've got to look at things very differently than we ever have. And on September 20th, I'll be in Greenwood, South Carolina, so doing the exact same thing.
So that's the 21st where?
In just outside of Charleston in Mount Pleasant. Right now for you.
Where's the second one at?
The second one is the 20th in Greenwood, South Carolina. And then I'm doing Greensboro, North Carolina on October 11th.
Okay. I think my son fell asleep.
I just did the training up in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wow.
Hey,
Chris, would you send me, I'll check my calendar. Would you send me a link on how I can register for that?
Yeah. Are you on DB or are you on Club Runner?
Say again?
Are you on DAC-DB or Club Runner?
Club Runner.
Yeah, okay. I'll send you a link. That helps me. Thanks.
I can't make any promises, but it sounds interesting.
Send me one too, Chris.
It's a long ride from the Baltic Sea there, Mike.
I'll be back. You said September the 20th where?
The 20th in Greenwood, South Carolina. The 21st in Mount Pleasant. Which district? You're in 7750 or 7770?
I live in Greenwood, Chris.
Yep. So it'll be the 20th right there. And it's on your district calendar.
South Carolina?
You need a place to stay?
Nope. I'm all squared away on that, but thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Chris, Mount Pleasant's in South Carolina?
Yeah, just outside of Charleston.
Ah, yes, the original Rebels.
There's Terry Moore.
No,
Got a haircut.
For this training thing, Chris, I'm kind of curious now. I've made my living as a technical trainer for over 20 years, starting in motorcycle safety, then software, then biotech. But Rotary trainings are usually done at some kind of a conference. Is it something on a district level, more likely something one of the national conferences?
Yeah, so I'm responsible at the zone level for 15 districts, and I come out and do training at the district level or multi-district level.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
So I'm putting a link in the chat box so that you all can take a look at the materials that are used in this training.
Thank you.
Those are the materials from the
Hey,
last.
Emilio.
Sir.
Emilio?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Want to come down to Greenwood? You want to come down to Greenwood for that?
Yes, on the 20th.
You've got mail.
Who's on AOL?
Chris, do you send that on email, not the chat, right?
In the chat. It's in the chat on this session.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not either.
Oh, you know what? That's because I sent it to Harold.
I got it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Here it comes.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. All right, got it.
It's kind of a weird thing to make a living as a trainer when, presume most people become trainers because they have some kind of subject matter expertise. And so free of that kind of context, I got to figure out, all right, what's the next paycheck?
There you go. There's lots of opportunity in Rotary for training.
Good. Yeah, I like teaching. I like traveling. If I can put them together, I'm happiest. But there'll be some need to do something for money too.
Yeah. But the money part when it comes to Rotary.
Yeah, well, the nice thing is that way I can kind of decouple the two and do whatever I need to for work, but get the teaching and traveling fixed that I might not get through a job through Rotary.
Yeah. I hit the lottery because I get to work every day with Rotary in my job. So
nice. Yeah, in the Oakland, California club, I haven't even been to the new member orientation session yet. I mean, the interview, all that. I got my red badge and so on. But I'm just getting started.
Oh, good deal. Linda, how are we going to do red badge to blue badge in this club?
I don't know. Any idea?
How many clubs do the red badge thing?
Mine does.
Mine does.
Yeah, I think in my district, there's only like a handful that do it.
What is it?
There's different parameters in different districts or different clubs. I'm sorry, it's not a district thing. Some people have a red badge where they wear the badge in their meetings. It's a red color badge that they wear the entire year. Some people have and then in their second year they graduate to the regular badge. And some clubs it's different. It's like 3 months. Some clubs have a checklist of you got to pick 10 out of 20 things on that checklist to accomplish, and then you get outside the red badge, which I think is a great idea.
Yep.
And it's a simple thing. It's one of it's like, go meet 5 new members or good stuff just for getting people started in the club.
Make up another club, that sort of thing.
Join a committee, which we've got to work on. Stuff like that.
Join a fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get that started in our club, and nobody liked it.
Yeah, I've tried to do stuff like that in my club too. My other club. I mean, not this is my club, but my previous club. And
I thought you were waiting because I was over here. You can.
No, it's okay, so you can.
The thing is, I don't know what your experiences have been. You got the guys that are PDGs, but generally you're not an expert in your own club, and they don't pay much attention to you. And I understand.
Only when something goes wrong, and because you're a PDG 10 years ago, as am I, they think I know everything that's going on at RI.
Oh, yeah. You become the scapegoat on that stuff, too.
Yeah, right.
There's a biblical reference for that, Jerry. No man can be a prophet in his own land.
Yeah, well, if they change your diapers, you're out of luck.
I just thought you'd like to know that it looks like there's a halo over your head right now with that blue thing.
Me?
Yeah, look behind you.
That follows me everywhere. I normally have a halo over my head.
Yeah, right, okay.
Comes with innocence, John.
I thought it was horns.
Hey, let's switch subjects. Let's let Emilio speak.
Yay, Emilio.
He's got an announcement.
Okay, so I got an email from Jerry. And Jerry invited me to go to this mission. And then, should you accept this mission, this is what you got to do. And I'm like, okay, I'm on it. Why not? So I'm sure some of you got the same email. And then for me, I'm thinking, what skills do I have? I'm not an optometrist or an ophthalmologist. And then I know the language. I know how to drive four-wheel drive in circumstances. And also, I know the lay of the land. So I'm like, okay, well, then I just got to talk to my wife and tell her that I'm going to be gone for 15 days in November. So now Jerry's taking me back to my home country, where I was born, Guatemala. So I'm going with the mission in November as one of the drivers. So now he only needs one more driver.
We're good for drivers now, Emilio. Last time I was there, they graduated me to chicken bus driver.
Oh yeah, that can be fun, especially where we're going.
Well, I'm really thrilled that Emilio decided to go with me down to Guatemala. We're gonna have a good time. We'll have him qualified as an eye doctor before the end of the mission, and we might even get him to speak the language down there. I don't know.
Yeah, I know a few words, so I think I'll learn some more of the language.
In Carnival? Or chew.
Yeah. And then you got to say Matios Karat.
Oh boy.
What do you need to know beyond cerveza?
Uno más cerveza.
That's it.
You don't find too much cerveza up amongst the villagers.
I bet they have something.
Moonshine.
Tequila.
No, where we're going, you got to say Pusha, and they'll tell you where. Anyway, I think it's pretty exciting, pretty great opportunity to, basically give back something that I always wanted to do, and this is perfect opportunity. So why not?
Is this going to be your first international trip then?
Yes, it's going to be my first international trip.
That's so cool. International trip home.
International trip home, yeah. Well, in a mission, yeah. Since I've been a Rotarian. So it's going to be pretty good. So it's going to be good for our club because he's going to qualify as an international, because I'm going.
Very cool.
Pretty excited. Pretty cool. I am very excited. Yeah. Plane is booked. Everything's, there is no going back. I'll see you in the same flight, Jerry.
Yeah. Actually, I think everybody except for one of our team right now is going to be on that same flight. So far, anyway.
Oh, okay. Great.
So
Is Rhonda joining you?
You'll meet most of the team, at least the team coming from the United States. You'll meet most of them there in Atlanta. In that 4-hour leg there.
Yeah.
Jerry, is Rhonda joining you?
Rhonda's our cook.
She's better looking than you.
She's a good cook too.
Does she wear those Versaces down there?
I have no idea what a Versace is.
I don't know. You'll have to ask somebody else besides me.
What's a Versace?
He's a designer of women's clothing.
Yes. Italian clothing. Know where we going?
No, he was.
Where we going? It's going to be jeans, work boots, and we probably will have to have some cold gear, and we're going to be probably, I'm thinking 5,000, 6,000 feet above sea level, right?
Closer to 4.
Closer to 4, there you go.
Closer to 4. It's right around 1,000 meters, I think it is, if I remember right.
Oh, okay.
I've been a lot higher down there. I've been up to 4,000 meters in one of those volcanoes. But
wow.
Yep.
So if you're going to be there, Jerry, you can't take your high heels.
Definitely not.
I'm going for 5 weeks this time. And actually, I'll go down there for the week that we're doing our mission. Then the following 2 weeks, I'm in an immersion language school for Spanish.
Nice.
And then I'm heading to Cal for a couple days and some other stuff around Flores before I head back up to the clinic again for another week of med mission there in December.
I like the idea of that immersion course.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a couple of years, and so we'll see how that works out. If it works out good, I'll be doing it a couple times again.
All about immersion. Yeah, the more you talk, the better off you are.
Yep. Well, anyway, I'm very thrilled, and I got to thank Emilio for he just all of a sudden called me up a couple days ago and said, "Hey, my wife says yes, I'm going with you."
Nice.
So I don't know what he did, good or bad. His wife said yes, get out of here.
She's gonna cost me. Yeah, she's gonna go to India by herself.
Uh-oh.
So it's gonna cost me because she really wants to go to India, and I didn't want to go to India. So now it's like, okay, for Guatemala, I'm going to India. I say, okay, sounds good.
Does he want to go on a National Immunization Day?
Oh, no, that would be fantastic.
I will send you my email. I can hook him up with Nancy Barbie, who goes every year.
Great, yeah. That would be even better because I can tell her, hey, you can meet with these people and go and see everything.
Awesome experience.
Love India.
Oh, that's fun. We'll be posting pictures, and I'll try to keep track of everything. You know, I have Instagram. I don't know how good it's going to work up there, but I'll try to document everything we do. Even though we're going to have a photographer, right, Jerry?
Actually, that's Rhonda's other duty, is to make sure that we're covered with documentation for photos and all that stuff.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
But we also have internet there at the clinic. I put that in there 5 years ago, I think it was now. And so we could do a live broadcast from there if we wanted to. You know what? We should think about that. Maybe we'll do a live broadcast Wednesday night.
Right. Yeah.
From the clinic, huh?
That'd be good.
That'd be neat to see.
I think that's is the first Wednesday of November. Is that Jim? Is that when you're doing your veterans thing?
No, he's the following week.
The following week?
Well, we're going to record it ahead of time because I'm going to be on a plane heading for Italy. So
Okay.
Linda and I are going to record it. She can play it whatever night she wants.
Linda, do we have the first week in November planned?
Yeah, that was Jim's, but we can flip-flop because the first week's always a speaker, then business meeting the second week. Talk about me, which I filled both those slots that are open. The third week, fourth week is happy hour. Fifth week is no meeting.
Well,
but we can flip-flop them.
why don't we make it a short thing, because if the internet crashes, there's nothing we can do we need to have a backup plan.
Okay.
Because you know, there's days we don't have electricity down there.
So the 7th,
What's that?
you're going to live broadcast on the 7th?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Okay.
I have pulled it off before from down there, and then I've been also got stumped already one time from down there.
I think Mike's starting to fall asleep. It's 1 o'clock plus in the morning there. He's got a gin and tonic.
I went to bed at 9:30 and got up at 12.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in the lounge. My stateroom's next door to the lounge up on the front of the ship. I'm the only one in here except the cleaners.
Pretty good connection, though.
Everybody else is sleeping.
Yeah, we've got.
What ports are you going to see, Mike?
We're on the way to Denmark now, and then we're going to Germany and Russia and Stockholm. We've been in Norway for first 3 days with 3 ports in Norway.
Sounds like a nice cruise.
Yeah, I took a bunch of pictures in Norway. I'll send you a link to them, Jim.
Okay.
What cruise line is it?
Viking. I didn't know it, but Viking they cruise all over the world, both river and oceans. this ship is going to be in Canada and New York, and then going down to South America when it gets too cold up here.
I have about 4 more people to talk to on the veterans presentation. So if you see a 202 area code, it's probably me.
Who's going on the Missouri trip?
Hey, Emilio, I gave you my email on the chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, great.
Missouri trip. Did you mean Arkansas, David?
Arkansas, right.
They're the same, Jerry.
3 of us on here are going. I'm going.
I'm going.
Harold's going, and Jim's going.
Good. Who'd be interested in a spring ride in Ontario?
Oh, yeah.
Only if you promise it'll rain.
I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Anything in Canada is great.
Where are you thinking, Bruce?
Bob wants to do around Georgian Bay.
Okay.
Fortunately, to get around Georgian Bay, it's about 800 kilometers from Collingwood round back to Collingwood with a ride on the ferry. But 600 of those kilometers are multi-lane highway. So starting from Collingwood, I'm thinking of wiggling back and forth between Bracebridge, Perry Sound, and staying our first night in or near North Bay. From there, from North Bay, head on over, head west through Sudbury, probably stop at the Big Nickel for a photo op or maybe even a tour if you're interested. And then spending our second night in Espanola or I think it's called Little Current. Am I right there, Dave? Little Current.
Yes,
Little Current, yeah.
Yes.
And then take our ferry ride back the final day, either back to Owen Sound or Collingwood.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a Highlands tour on the weekend.
Nice.
Over that area type of thing with a bunch of friends and stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
Well, I have another route that I'd like to do. I was trying to do that one first for next year, but Backroads Bob has asked us to do this one. So the other one is from Belleville, starting at Belleville, which is south of the 401, east of Toronto.
Yeah.
Going from there up to Renfrew. There's some nice roads through Tweed and Calabogie, spending the night in Renfrew. And then from Renfrew, work our way back underneath the Algonquin Park to Halliburton, and then splitting up from there.
Have you ever seen the Highlands tour map that's got all those kind of little tours on type of thing?
Sorry, the which map?
There's a map specifically called the Highlands tour map.
Yes, I have it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't necessarily follow the tours on the maps. I kind of make up my own as I go, using as many roads as I can off the maps. So, but yeah, I do collect all the back roads maps and all the motorcycle road maps.
Hey, Bruce, John does the same thing in the middle of his rides.
In the middle of his rides, yes. usually when the asphalt's about 10 miles back.
Can you figure out what I'm thinking, Jerry?
You love me dearly, and I'm a real true brother.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So just out of curiosity, what is springtime in Canada?
It would be
June, July.
That's
After
what
May,
I was thinking.
sometime in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know springtime down there for you guys is rather hectic with Rotary conferences, etc. What would be a good weekend after May 2 for?
It's all a crapshoot.
That's helpful.
Glad to throw in my 2 cents worth.
So just pick a date in June and
Go for it.
okay.
Well, not during the convention time.
Yeah, at least this year, that one's real early. I think that's the first week of June this coming year.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be in Germany till the 11th.
So plan for later in June.
Yeah.
Works.
Try before July 1st, which is our Canada Day celebration, and your July 4th. We'll plan before that. Okay.
Hey, what's
Make
weather
it the
like?
1st through the 4th.
Pardon me?
Bruce, make it the 1st through the 4th. We can really celebrate.
Okay.
The roads would be terrifying.
No.
Not to mention the motels will be packed.
Motels will be back. That's right.
What I was going to ask you is, speaking of springtime, what's weather like in some place like Las Vegas in February?
Oh, it's still cold.
Still pretty cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably would be in the mid 40s.
When's springtime in South Carolina?
Ooh, April.
April?
Yep.
Mid 40s, that's still riding weather for
That's
me.
still right.
Yes.
I'll take her to 36.
That's great riding weather.
What about March in Vegas?
Too cold.
Too cold, huh?
Yeah, probably at night would drop down to 32.
All right.
Windy.
Yeah, at night, but during the day it's beautiful.
Who'd like to fly into Florida or southern Texas or something like that for a weekend in the middle of the winter and get ourselves out of this upper northern?
I'll already be there in Florida, so let's come on down.
Come down there and rent, huh?
Florida.
Who said that?
I did.
Florida would be great weather.
Chris will be in Florida too, won't you?
I can house up to 6 in my condo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think we got a ride starting to happen here.
In fact, I have my sister has a condo in the same building 3 doors down from me. I could probably get her place as well. So that's another 4. So there's 10.
Be careful what you offer.
How about January there, Chris?
Oh, January.
It can be iffy.
Oh, January's great here.
Yeah, sure.
Where are you, Chris?
I'm in Isla Morada, which is right below Key Largo.
Okay. Oh, yeah, down there. Oh, good gosh, yes.
It's good here all year long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, not the summer. No.
Oh, no. No, you don't understand. My condo is literally right on the ocean, so I always have the trade winds blowing. My sister is about a mile from here on an airstrip, and it's stifling where she is.
Oh, yeah. I've been there, done that. Yeah.
But Tom Dines very far from you? He's over in Marco Island. Never mind.
Yeah, he's over on the West Coast.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Tom's going on the ride to Arkansas as well. So 4 of us will be on the Arkansas ride.
Awesome. Good.
So, Chris, that is just south of Miami?
Yes.
About an hour and 15 minutes south of Miami. Yep.
Isla Morada.
You don't know where the car train goes, do you? I think it's further north.
Yeah, it stops. It stops, I think, in Fort Lauderdale.
Or somewhere around there.
We got a quiet spot here.
Harold, what
Everybody's
about
thinking.
in, Charleston in January? Still cold?
Charleston is iffy. You know, there have been 90-degree days in Christmas in the past. It's just a roll of the dice. You know, we don't have terribly cold weather until maybe February-ish.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't last very long.
So we can really ride year-round.
Absolutely.
I've ridden in sometime during the first 2 weeks of January for 9 of the last 10 years here. But my criteria is, number 1, it has to get warm enough to be above freezing so the ice goes away. And number two, we have to have a rainstorm so the salt goes away.
Oh.
But I've pulled it off 9 of the last 10 years.
Come south. You can ride here.
All year long.
Yeah.
And we don't salt our
What,
roads.
what do you mean salt?
Salt? That's Michigan's way of getting people to buy more cars.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was just blowing off the ocean.
In Minnesota, it was the same deal, and we'd get that same January kind of thaw. But
They use so much salt around here. I can't understand why any of the Great Lakes are fresh water. They use a lot of salt.
They're actually using less here in Ontario nowadays. They're using beet juice, sometimes a beer byproduct, and they spray the roads.
Oh, whoa. You waste beer?
Byproduct.
Hops maybe or whatever. I don't know, but they spray the roads actually before the storm, and you'll see the lines. Almost looks like an oil line, 5 inches apart, and you'll see it on the hills and the corners for a week or two after they spray it.
You guys have been up since 4:30, so I'll see you all next week.
All right, John.
Yeah, night, John.
Hey, John.
Be good, pal.
Have a good week.
Take care, John.
Wow. He went away and all the images got bigger.
Yeah.
He was holding us back.
I never know whether I'm watching a rerun of the Brady Bunch or Hollywood Squares.
I think it's Hollywood Squares, Bruce.
Okay.
We have our license allows us to have up to 100 people online at once, and it'd be kind of interesting to see what that's going to look like if we ever get there.
Pictures would be mighty tiny.
Yeah.
I'll have to scroll to see everybody's face.
Magnifying glass.
I think there's a cycling mode that pops the person speaking bigger. I might be confusing that with a Google.
No, you can do it up in the
way it works.
corner.
I gotta find it.
Speaker view.
Yeah, on your phone there, you're probably having trouble seeing everybody.
Oh, there you go. No, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big screen. Like if I put it, see when I have it on landscape mode,
yeah,
it gets bigger.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you got some nice pictures.
I'll send them along as I get them.
Looks
It's
like you're
easy
getting a
to
lot-
do with that. It's easy to do with that program. You can send 50 pictures with one link
Yeah.
by putting them in an album.
Looks like you're getting a lot of rain.
Mike, how much?
Norway.
Mike?
I didn't hear you, Harold.
Mike, how much longer is your cruise going to last?
About 10 or 11 more days.
Wow.
I'll be back on the 10th of September.
Awesome.
no place to ride a motorcycle on that ship, though, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
No, I hadn't found any place yet. They do have golf on here. I hadn't figured out how they do that. They must
a hell
have
of a
a
water
driving
hazard.
range off of the.
Driving range off of the fantail, probably.
There you go. Yeah, that's about all it could be.
Mike, where did you start the cruise?
Bergen, Norway.
Bergen, Norway, right. I was looking at that. That seems like an interesting cruise. You're going to St. Petersburg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to do that cruise.
Roughly, where are you right now?
We're between Norway and Denmark, out over the first time we've been out in the open ocean.
Does that one stop in Oslo also?
No, I think we're through with Norway. We did Eidfjord and Stavanger.
Okay.
Where's your next stop?
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you.
Copenhagen?
Somewhere in Denmark. I don't have the schedule with me. We got 2 stops in Denmark.
Oh.
And then you go to Stockholm?
No, we go from there to some port in Germany, and we're taking a bus tour into Berlin.
Wow.
Wow. Pretty
It's a
impressive.
bucket list thing for me.
That's good.
Is that Hamburg that gets you in there? Or?
I don't think it's somewhere near Hamburg, but it's not Hamburg.
No, you're coming in from the Baltic Sea side, so it's probably up near. Well, you're going to go down to where's you said Berlin. You're probably going to be back over by Stralsund or Greifswald or somewhere over there. I would guess.
All this travel talk. Has anybody ever been to that Isle of Man where they have a cycle race?
Oh, but I love it.
Yeah, you've been there?
No. I have friends.
That's a bucket list thing for me.
I've been there.
Where's Isle of Man?
Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's where they had that crazy race every year where people died riding their bikes insanely fast.
Yeah.
I've been there on video several times, but never.
Yeah.
You know where not to go.
Yeah.
So was it hard to see the race? Like, did you actually go when the race was on? Because
It's expensive then. It's really booked up. I haven't been, but I've got some friends who do that.
Yeah.
Getting the tickets to get on the island then is hard, especially if you need to bring a bike over. The ferries fill up months in advance. The bookings do.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bucket list thing.
It's the only place I know where you can be a spectator and die. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a
right
place.
next to the track.
Yeah, it's a thing I want to watch, not participate in.
Watch it on TV.
Chris, were you there during the race week?
I was not.
Okay. I think I'd want to avoid the race week and just ride at some other time.
Oh, okay, so you can actually ride it then? That's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's all public roads.
Oh yeah, it's a road course.
Well, I
Yeah.
know that. Yeah. So you just ride a bike, I guess, and go from there.
Yeah, but not that fast.
No. Well.
You just have to ride on the other side of the bike.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the info.
Well, we're almost out of time. Anybody have anything else they want to share?
It's been a great meeting.
Harold raised his hand.
No, I'm saying, hey, it's been great.
That's right.
I love our happy hours. I got to tell you. Although I don't know if I'm caught up on the chat room yet, though.
So, Linda, if I want to
Speaking
brag on
of
the trip,
breweries.
I send pictures to you.
What's that?
If I wanted to brag on the trip I'm taking, I send pics to you, or
You can post them right on the Facebook page if you want.
good idea. Okay.
And then maybe write a paragraph and we'll put some up on the webpage too.
All right.
And then you can check in every time we're on it. I just checked in about an hour ago.
I saw that.
Cool.
Awesome. So next week, Wednesday, you can get on Tuesday if you want, but nobody will be there.
Well, that's right. Wednesday's next week. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was fast.
Whoa. We start Wednesday meetings in September?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was October.
Well, they're in October too.
That.
I'll be there, but I'll jet lagged out next week. Here you go. Motorcyclist FMR.
Cool.
Looking for the Facebook group here. Man, too many groups.
All right, you guys.
Nice
Anything
meeting
else?
everybody tonight.
Huh?
Nice seeing everybody tonight. Take care.
Good seeing everybody. Absolutely.
Good riding. Stay safe.
We'll see you next
night.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Thanks, everybody.
Keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up.
Good.
All right.
Next
Have a good
Wednesday.
one.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So, ciao.
Bye all.
Bye all.
Take care.